Everyone, welcome back. We're to Evony with Genghis. We're going to do a ground general review. Wearing my new mic. I tried it in live streaming today and it didn't work. But I was playing around with it before and after and it worked. So I'm going to go with it again for a recorded video. And it looks stupid. It has like a little pom-pom or something. But hey, if it makes my sound better, all good for the video. So looking at these two generals, we'll just look at them really quickly. Then we'll get over to Evony War Room, which is just amazing. And I got some pre-loaded comparisons for us to take a look. So let's look here. This is all the different buffs that they give, and you could also see the 4th level 5% ground HP universal buff, and then of course the training speed that nobody's really interested in. And then here's the assistant, Nicolo Piccanino. I think I got that one right. And then these buffs are like very, very big. So I'm expecting a very ground attack at the universal, and then of course training capacity. I'm expecting a very, very strong showing in buffs by these two, like an incredible amount of buffs compared to the other guys, but March size not going to be too much better. So let's see what the comparison brings us. So these are the 4 that I've chosen to compare, and basically it is the new one on the top right, Lorenzo de Medici and Nicolo Piccinino. And then on the left, I went with 2 different Narcissus pairs with Miltiades and Lucilla, because I think lots of people use both of those. And then I went with my old ones, Swain, Forkbeard, and Sushit. So that's on my old account. If you are like me and you didn't really spend for the last year and a half, that's who you might have. So I think it's a very good comparison. So we got all the ground buffs on, and let's complete the results. So let's go down and see what these guys bring us. So there we go. Medici Pacino, 1639. Wow. Forkbeard and Suchit after, oh my God, after 2 years, about 2 years exactly, 300% buffs. That is an incredible just deflationary reaction in your money. And then if you look at Narcissus, Lucilla, Miltiades, they're pretty much similar. So you come away with, you're halfway down to the 300% that you're down, right? So yeah, that's something that really gonna have to look at. Let's add March size to the mix and complete the results, because this might be the only saving grace. And March size, they fall Narcissus and Lucilla 41. Oh wow. So yeah, 11% increase, 10% increase, and those added buffs. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be the opposite. I thought that Narcissus would hold up. So apparently they don't. So this is a very, very powerful upgrade. 70% on attack alone and 150% overall. So now let's just go to our overall class comparisons and ground. And let's go down and see what happens when we go to attack. So Lewis II is up there in total still by 15. Fails in attack by 17. And March size, he loses by 6. So Lorenzo is, I guess you could pretty much say he's the best lead. And Nicolo is the second best lead, I guess. And then if you go to assistants, so you could get away with Lorenzo and Louis. You drop from 16 to 8 if you go with Louis over Nicolo. So not something that you're going to want to do there. I'm going to take my face off the screen for a little bit here so that we could see all of the names. And then if we go down to our pairings, top pairs for ground attacking March. And then after this, we'll look at reinforcing with it. So Louis and Medici, they fall, yeah, okay. So 6%, 3% lower if you're going to go Medici and Louis, but not many people are going to spend that money. And Pacino, no, I don't think there's going to be Piccinino. I don't think there's going to be too many people fully ascending him. So we could kind of look over that. But if we look at, so Medici and Piccinino, and they come all the way down to 10th, but 52% March size. So a lot of stuff to think about there, but it looks like Hamilton. So Hamilton, the March size is trailing. So it's not looking like All right, so let's look at our top pairs, and we have, looks like Louis the Second still comes in high, but if you're looking just for March size, I'm always looking for March size, so you could go with this one that I'm not going to go with because it's just expensive, because not many people are going to be fully ascending him. And then this one's not going to save you money either, Louis and Piccinino, because Piccinino is the one that's not free. Medici is the one that you can get in the general chest for free. So you're pretty much, if you're looking for March size, going all the way down here. Yeah, Medici and Piccinino, Medici, Hamilton. Yeah, so pretty much you're not going to be able to avoid spending money if you want to keep March size up. Because, yeah, it just isn't looking good for that combination. And then you're really starting to lose a lot of ground down here. So going to be a tough go to sit this one out, because we all know that the next ground pairing's not coming for over another year. So reinforcing an allied city. So let's see where we come in there. So Nikolai's still high. Nikolai's high. And yeah, so it's not a pairing for that. This is a pairing pretty much exclusively for attack. And let's look at that one more time. Pretty difficult to see a path where you don't have to spend money and get these guys this event, because that 52% March size is really, really high. And if you want to skim down on the March size a little bit, go to 47. You're still going to have to spend some money, reverse them. 46, you could go with the old Louis II, but you're still going to need one of the new guys. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult to avoid getting the new guys if you want to maximize your ground attack. So that's pretty much what my plan is. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Do you think that the new ground pairing is OP? You going to go with it, or you going to cheap out and keep going with what you got there? So like, subscribe, leave a comment.